Hi, I'm James Beattie. Welcome to the Football Martin channel.
A very warm welcome back to the Football Martin channel. Thank you for tuning in. It's Southampton versus Spurs today. But before we get into the game day content, we're heading off to a brand new bar here at St Mary's because today they have opened the Dow Bar, where the old ticket office was down here at St Mary's in the northern end of the stadium. I'm going to take you for a little walk through. We've been invited as guests today. I'm going to grab some food, have a little look round, and we're also going to see a few legends as well. Come with me and have a little look around.
Big Daddy B here, aka Mr. Don't You Dare Judge Me. I'm here with Martin at the Dow new pub opening up in the stadium. Very excited. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really good. It's a nice bar actually. Really nice.
Pretty slick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's slick. You're not here for the game though. You're going to miss the game. The game is hours away though.
It's literally at 7 o'clock. I've got other commitments, and there was a big gap in between as well, which is a bit awkward. But yeah, sadly I'll be watching at home on a stream.
That's right. Score prediction. What are you saying?
Mate, I hate to be negative, but I think we might get a bit of a pasting today. I think we might lose 3-1. The only saving grace I'm thinking is that maybe Russell might actually get the boot after this result, but We'll see. What do you think?
I feel like a defeat today would not be good, especially with Wolves sacking their manager. Time of recording a couple of hours ago, Gary O'Neill's been sacked at Wolves.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow. Did you watch their highlights?
Yeah, I saw their highlights, and they were fighting amongst each other at the end. So wasn't great by them. Yeah.
Not a good look at all. I watched the highlights as well. And Ipswich, how jammy are they, mate? Did you see that first goal?
Yeah, they are jammy.
And the last-minute winner as well. That's what
we could have done with the lap, though. You could have done with the lap.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like we haven't had any luck this season. I know we've been poor at times, but I feel like we haven't actually had some luck. I feel like a lot of other teams like Ipswich have been lucky. They've had like lucky goals, late winners, things like that. We haven't had anything, mate, and it's just not helped us. It's just gone from bad to worse, injuries, things like that.
I want to ask you, your first memories of being a Saints fan.
Yeah.
When was it?
I was probably about 5 or 6 years old, obviously at the old Dow. I've got an older brother. My old man used to take us all the time. We only went to the odd game when we were younger because money was really, really tight, but when my two older sisters left home a bit more money, we were actually season ticket holders for about 8 or 9 years. Watched us go all the way down to League One. It was at the Johnson Pate Trophy final. But
Great day, wasn't it?
Born, bred and buttered, loved the city, loved the team. Have my heart forever, although it's not all fun and games, is it, Mush?
It gets broken, your heart gets broken being a Southampton fan a lot. I want to talk to you about your page and what you've been up to over Christmas. You've done some brilliant reviews on Advent calendars. What was your favourite one? And you reviewed, how many did you review?
So I did 24. I did an Easter egg series back in Easter, and I did about 21, and it really took off. So I thought, you know what, I'll do a Christmas Advent calendar series for the people. You know, things cost so much money now. I think if I show people what you get, what's good about it, what's bad about it, then they can actually decide what they want to spend their hard-earned money on. Yeah. That's kind of my thinking.
So your standout Advent this year?
It was Gabriella Cunha. She's a chocolatier. She did the Willy Wonka film. She made all the chocolate in there. It was expensive. It was 62 baht, but incredible, honestly. Some of the best chocolate the best chocolate I've ever tried in my life.
It's brilliant. What's coming up next on the channel? I'm going to link your channel in the show notes, but below. So you need to go give this man a follow. His content is absolutely immense. How many followers you got on TikTok now? It's massive.
TikTok, I think we're at like 94, and Insta we're at about, I think we're at like 180. We're getting there. We're trying our best.
Right, you might be following them already. If you're not, I'm going to link it below. Yeah, so what's up next? Easter.
Well, Easter, yeah. Easter eggs are already in the store, so yeah, I guess I'll start that just before Christmas. New series. People can whinge about it.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's been great to chat to you. Thank you for coming on my channel today. Brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure.
Welcome back to the Matchday vlog. I'm with Rob. First impressions of the brand new Dow Bar. We were invited down today. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, it's very kind for the pub to invite a couple of us who talk our opinion. I think it's really nice. I mean, the bar itself is great. Obviously, Phil Parsons spoke a lot about commercial revenue. I spoke a lot about that on Wednesday. It is really important that the club find ways to invest in the infrastructure. Due to PSR, we just can't put the money into the squad yet. So I think it's really smart. The pub itself is really good. I mean, I think they're hoping to get a little bit more memorabilia up there. So I've offered my shirt collection to them, obviously for a fee.
Yeah.
But
they need some more shirts actually.
Yeah, I think they do. I think the shirts up there at the moment are part of our CFO's shirts, so his collection. But no, it's really nice. Everyone I met today was fantastic. I think something has to be done. Either Martin has to adapt, or the club will get rid of him.
Yeah.
And as I said,
they've given him enough time now.
I think so. I think that's a consensus, and it's really hard. But you know, days like today is good because you can meet with fans and you can kind of have these conversations, and everyone's in the same boat. Everyone just wants to see people do well, and it'll be really interesting to see what the club do over the next couple of weeks. Especially now, it seems like Lopetegui's going to go, and Gary O'Neill's been sacked today.
We're here for Saint Spurs this evening, 7 p.m. kickoff. We're a couple of hours away from kickoff.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this one?
Well, I think we need to. I think we need a win. It doesn't matter who we're up against, we need a win. I think with Spurs and their injuries, it looks like Archie Gray might be starting in centre-back, like he did midweek. So if Paul Onuachu's fit,
play him, wouldn't you?
I'd play him, and I'd tell him to stick by Archie Gray, start Sugawara and get as many crosses into the box as I can.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, this is a squad which we should be going at. Martin said midweek we're going to be wanting to go at them. So that's what I want to see tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I'm really impressed by it. The fact that I didn't even know it was going on, and then what they've done is really good. They said there's some finishing touches, but yeah, it's really good so far. So yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's good.
Ollie, we're not far away from the game. Southampton take on Spurs today. It's a game that you think we may get something out of. They're depleted with injuries. What's your thoughts on it?
I think I'm more positive than usual. I'm usually really negative with it, but with Spurs' defence, like with them not having like a proper centre back or anything, I think it does stand out to me that this could be a chance for us, and I think we should really take chances. So as long as the attack take advantage on that and Russell sees that, I can see us getting something good, positive today.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's my podcast now. So
Doing it. Thank you. Mine.
How's it going? You alright? You alright? How's it going? You alright? Yeah. Looking to go? Yeah. What's your thoughts?
I reckon we'll win 1-0.
Yeah.
Van de Ven and
They got a few missing, haven't they?
Yeah.
They got a few missing, yeah.
Spurs. Score prediction.
2-1 Saints.
2-1 Saints. Who's your goal scorer for Saints?
Tiny Dublin and
What about you, young man? What are you saying?
I reckon you get a 1-0 win today.
Ahead of this one today.
We're going to get beat as normal.
Even with a weakened Spurs side.
Have you seen a Southampton team?
I haven't seen our lineup yet.
No. But they don't need to be a weakened team. We're playing poor football, but without possession and like normal, and we'll get beat.
Yeah, we'll go toe to toe, as Russell Martin says. Give me your thoughts on the predicament they have right now. Time for a change?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
I think David Moyes should come in. He could save our ass maybe, but he'll probably go to Wolves.
Yeah,
They didn't
Wolves sacked their manager today.
Exactly, they didn't hang about. No, sorry, I don't like his tactics. Worked in the Championship.
It's not worked in the Premier League though, is it?
No, it won't. It won't, because we're not Manchester City.
Yeah. So for you, David Moyes, if they were to make a change?
Yeah, for me.
Stacey, thank you for joining me. What's your thoughts on this one? Score prediction?
I mean, we can be optimistic, I guess. 3-2 Saints.
3-2 Saints. What about yourself, Stacey?
I'm saying 1-0
1-0 Saints or Spurs?
Spurs with them.
Just come with Spurs, one with Saints. Right, thoughts where we are right now. There's a predicament for Sport Republic. What's your thoughts on the managerial situation?
To be honest with you, I think he just doesn't have a plan B or C, does he? He's just going the same way, and it's clearly not working because, I mean, we're at the bottom of the table, for God's sake. So he needs to come up with something. He's not a bad manager, but I think, to be honest with you, he's just in it because the way of football that he's playing is what everyone seems to want to play, so he's getting a bigger job out of it at the end of the day, isn't
It's
he?
like a job audition for his next
definitely.
job. Who's been your favourite player this season?
I always like an Armstrong.
Yeah, he's a good player, Adam Armstrong. He was a hero last season.
Yeah. That was last season.
What were you were at Wembley? Did you go to Wembley?
I did go to Wembley actually.
Yeah,
It was
is it not?
brilliant.
Like May was unbelievable, wasn't it? Like that playoff final.
I loved going to Wembley.
And to be where we are right now is pretty tough to take, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, to be honest.
It's not a good place.
Because last season you sit there and you look at it and it was like great. Like it was great to be a Saints fan, wasn't
Christmas
it?
was like, you know, banging.
We're in the middle of a 25 game unbeaten run this time of year.
it was, yeah.
And
And then he tries to
this
flick
year we
that
flipped
Stevens
it.
fucking-
Well, the good news is that Jack Stevens definitely won't play today because he's suspended. So
Yeah, that is a good thing, to be honest. I understand how he's captain, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot other players that have probably proved themselves.
Who would be your captain?
Bednarek.
Jan Bednarek, yeah.
He's been solid for us for a fair few years, to be honest. He's nothing special, but he's a solid centre-half.
Right, I've got some Spurs fans with me. Thoughts on today's one? You got a few missing.
We've had a few missing for a long time, to be fair, mate. I think we're going to win today.
Yeah, you fancy yourself?
Yeah, 100%. 3-0 today.
It's going 3-0 to Spurs. What about yourself?
So he's very confident. I'm on the fence. I'm praying for a win. Southampton are pretty desperate as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
But we got to get a result today. 2-0.
2-0.
For you, Ange Postecoglou, where do you sit on that debate at the moment?
Personally, I think he's got to stay. We've had the best, we've had the Contes, we've had the Mourinhos, and they've done nothing. So I think we've got to keep him. He will make it happen. Daniel Levy's got to start releasing the funds to buy the best players. Until
he's got to trust in his manager, right?
Yeah.
That's the way I see that. Daniel Levy has to trust his manager. He's probably the best out there for me.
Yeah.
He plays wicked football.
It's entertaining.
Brilliant stadium as well. Best stadium within the Premier League, without any question.
We got all the infrastructure there, right?
Yeah,
the stadium, everything's there. But I just think that Levy, trust in your manager for a change, right? And give him what he needs, and he'll bring greatness.
What does he need, Ange Postecoglou?
He needs time. A couple of transfer windows. I think he just needs a bit of time. But people keep going on, he hasn't got any plan B, he's only got plan A, but plan A will work. When they get it right and they got the right players, I think a couple of transfer windows, they get it right.
Just talk about a transfer window. Who needs to come in? What do you need mostly?
we need a lot, to be fair. But deep down, manager-wise, I think the players we've got great players, but again, more's got to come in. And to me, it's all down to Daniel Levy. He's got to release these funds to get the big players to make Tottenham big again. So,
yeah. Before you go, someone we know from down on the south coast, he was down the road at Bournemouth, Dom Solanke. What's he been like?
Solanke, yeah, you listen.
He works hard.
Solanke speaks for himself, right? Yeah. So you don't pay that amount of money for a guy that don't know what he's doing, right? So he holds the ball up well. He's great. He interacts with every other player. And he will score us goals. There's no questions asked about that. But
it caused us some problems today.
You're not going to. A football club ain't round one player. You know, we had Harry Kane, who's in my eyes probably the best striker that England and Tottenham have ever seen.
Yeah, unbelievable player.
So you got to fill their boots. And Solanke, he's there, but you just need to back up with it. You need to support with him, right?
Yeah,
so you know, look at that.
But they wouldn't have said when you took Harry Kane out of this team last season that Ange Postecoglou would have had us finish fifth last season with Harry Kane out of the team. This season we've scored the most goals out of any other team in the Premier League without Harry Kane. Ange is doing something right. We just need to tighten up.
Yeah, 100%.
And let me just say one more thing. As I work with Russell Martin's brothers, Pep and Dave, and I see Russ quite a bit. And end of the day, as a Southampton supporter as well, I think he's another one. I think, you know, he plays some good football. You haven't got the squad. You've got to give these managers time.
He hasn't got a front three, is he, at all?
No, exactly. So, as a fan of Russ, you've got to give him time as well. You know, it's
hard for English managers to get an opportunity now.
It's not done overnight. Look at Jurgen Klopp for Liverpool. It took him 2 to 3 seasons before they started winning things. You get rid of them, it costs the club money, and you've got to start again. So, keep Ange, keep Russ. Everyone's happy.
Another Spurs fan with me. Thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
There's always goals between us.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, hoping for goals, to be fair. Come all this way, so hopefully it'll be a good game and hopefully we get the win.
Yeah, what's your prediction for the scoreline?
I reckon we'll win. I reckon 3-1 Spurs.
Let's go 3-1 Spurs. Thoughts on Ange Postecoglou and the job that he's done at Tottenham Hotspur?
I think he started really well. Fans loved him, but I think he's hit a bit of a bump in the road. But I think if we back him, he'll be able to bring it back.
Do you think you need to ride it out now with him?
Yeah, I think he's gone too far. I think we need to keep going with him and see where he takes us. They've backed him for long enough now. I think it's just may as well just keep going.
Yeah, who's been your standout player this season? Who's going to hurt Saints today? Who's starting in this side?
I think Solanke. I think his press is top quality, and I think if he can get out the Southampton defence, I think he can hurt him.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Thank you very much indeed. You've been brilliant. Before you go, let me give me your other Spurs fan. Thank you very much for joining me.
Pleasure.
Game for you today against Southampton. What's your thoughts on it?
Game we should win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got some good players. He's playing. I like the football that Ange Postecoglou plays.
Yeah.
He splits opinion in some parts, but he's done a very good job, hasn't he?
He's done a fantastic job, and we need to stick with him.
Yeah. I was chatting to some fans a minute ago, and they were saying very much the same. Stick with the manager.
Yeah, you have to.
He's going through a rust bout, a lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. That's the most difficult thing at the moment.
Where do you think Spurs can finish this season?
Well, we're always hoping for a cup win.
Yeah.
We can finish in the top 6. The season will be acceptable.
Yeah.
Fucking embarrassing, that is. That is fucking embarrassing.
Well, it's possibly the worst start to a game. We've conceded after around 45 seconds. Flynn Downs can't win his battle in midfield. And Maddison scores for Spurs.
What are you doing?
Still got it. No pressure on the ball! Pressure on the ball! It's a fucking sloppy start this is. Well, there you go, Son scores for Spurs. They are 2-0 up inside 11 minutes as boos ring around St Mary's. The players are not playing. And as the fans chant, they want Martin out. I'm lost for words. Saints are 3-0 down. It's been absolutely shambolic, left, right and centre. The manager's about to make a substitution and bring Nathan Wood on by the looks of it. But it is an absolute shambles. There's people leaving St Mary's already. This will be 4-0 very quickly. No one picking up. No one pushing up. Pressure on the ball. Put pressure on him. Still got it. Another corner. Son edge of the box takes an effort. Deflected by Adam Armstrong. They've still got the ball, Spurs. They're more hungry than Saints. In it goes. Jed Spencer, he got on the end of that. Saints are at 6s and 7. Nathan Wood's come on at the back for Camaldine Silamana. But it's been a disastrous start from Saints. To be 3-0 down inside the first 17 minutes is unforgivable, really. This could be 7 or 8. There's no doubt about that. But the Saints fans were singing a short while ago, we want Martin out. And there's no surprises there. The team are getting absolutely humiliated at the highest level right now. Look at this, look at this. Can't deal with them. I've never seen fans leave a football stadium like this before. It's absolutely heartbreaking to see what is happening to our football club right now. I'm lost for words. Here they come again. So many empty seats around this stadium. My phone's going ballistic. You would have to say it's time up for Russell Martin now. He won't survive this. If we walk out of here not getting beaten 9-0, I'll be happy right now. I'll take 8 now and walk out of here. To be beaten twice 9-0 is pretty humiliating. But could we go on and get beaten 3 times 9-0? I said a minute ago, every time Spurs go forward, they look like they're going to score, and Sean's just pulled a save from Alex McCarthy again, and it could have been 5-0. This is after 35 minutes. They could be 5-0 up after 35 minutes. As Song takes the corner now. But I hate it when players give up. I hate it when players give up, and that's what I'm watching. There's a bit of argy-bargy going on in the box. Could have been 6 now. Referee will blow his whistle any minute for the half-time here at St Mary's. 48 minutes on the clock as Spurs just play with Saints, just tapping the ball around. Game's over. It's 4-0. The damage has been done, but the half-time whistle will see a lot of boos around this stadium as Spurs come forward again. Can they make it 5 before half-time? Son plays in. James Maddison pulls it back, and he scored. It's 5-0 right on half-time. James Maddison scores. It is absolutely embarrassing. There won't be many in here this second half. Saints have been absolutely humiliated here at St Mary's. I'm furious, but I will stay here to the end. I won't go anywhere. But many Southampton fans will leave it, and Russell Martin will definitely not be the Southampton manager come tomorrow morning. Right, the second half is underway, and it's really hard as a content creator to create content when you feel so humiliated and so down and so disappointed, because that's how I feel. I just feel so disappointed at what I saw in the first half. Players downing tools, not playing for the manager, lack of desire, lack of everything. But it's a really hard one to take, and it's a hard one to create content. And I need to go home tonight and spend about 3 hours to try and put this together so you can watch it. So that's my next task. But the second half is underway here at St Mary's. We're 60 minutes on the clock, and Saints have had their best spell of the game, but you've got to give credit to these fans. Still in here singing, the most incredible fans in the world. They are brilliant. But what they've had to endure in that first 45 minutes was just, it was quite incredible. But yeah, Saints have had a good spell in the game. Played some nice football, passed it around, back with a back 5, which he should have started with, all in hindsight, but they're much more comfortable. He sacrificed that back 5 tonight to play a back 4 to bring in Campbell-Dean Tillemana, and it backfired inside of those first 15 minutes. But it's game over, isn't it? You're 5-0 down. We've been humiliated already, but there's a lot of fans left, but there's still a lot here. Surprised at how many are still in the stadium. Move down the stand now as I look for an easy exit at the end of this game. As the Saints fans continue to sing, they've been absolutely unbelievable. Singing "Stand Up If You Love the Saints," which I can't do because I've got a camera in my hand right now. but our fans have been unbelievable. Look at them behind me. Incredible, 5-0 down and they're still singing, and it's 85 on the clock. This is going to be the last bit of footage I'm going to do inside the ground, and I'm going to head out very shortly to find some fans to get some post-match thoughts if I can get any. I think it's going to be emotional today. I think it's going to be raw. I think it will be brutal. Saints fan, to give me some post-match reaction. Give me your thoughts on that. Saints beaten 5-0, humiliated.
Absolutely terrible. Russell's definitely got to go now. He's had too many chances. I like him as obviously a supporter, but terrible performance. To let them score in the first minute the way they did is
first minute. Yeah, it was 45 seconds, wasn't it?
Not even a minute. Not even a minute. Absolutely terrible. Shocking.
I was here for the 9-0 till the end. Was here tonight till the end. But I've got to be honest, I genuinely feel like now is worse. Somehow worse than when Nathan Jones was in charge.
The players down tools tonight, first half.
Say again, sorry?
Do you feel the players down tools first half?
Yeah,
I
do. I mean, I think it was harsh on Nathan Wood to be dropped out. I think he's been playing really well.
Yeah, he scrapped the back five because we've been playing with the back five. He went to a back four and he brought in Camelde and Tillemana, and it didn't last, 10 minutes?
Yeah, exactly that. And I mean, they're playing Solanke up front. He's a big physical striker. It makes sense to play Nathan Wood. He's that type of defender. And when he come on, he done pretty well, to be fair. And it's like, but even then, it's like we're 3-0. Was it 3-0 down at the time? He takes a winger off and brings a defender on, and then goes 5 at the back. And it's
thoughts Southampton humiliated, you would have to say here today.
Yeah, I think we're at half time and it's 5-0. You suddenly think, what's this going to be in the next 45? I mean, I think we were lucky to not concede any more in the second half.
I feared it could be 9 at one stage.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, me too.
Or more.
I thought we were going to break our own record there, but yeah, it's embarrassing a little
Charlie,
bit.
where to next for Southampton Football Club?
Well, you know, Martin, I was really surprised when Russell Martin didn't get sacked after the Bournemouth away game. That was when I thought it couldn't get any worse than that. I don't really feel he can survive this. I'd be really, really surprised. I'm a positive, optimistic sort of guy, as you know, and I just think there's no way he can get past this. I mean, we were a lot better in the second half. I think there was everyone was just off their game, weren't they, in the first half? It was just a terrible, terrible performance. And the first goal aside, the thing that, you know, it was just awful. I'm fairly speechless, to be honest. I don't really know how to. I mean, the one thing that I did notice in the first half was that none of those goals were as a result of messing around at the back. You know, so
lack of endeavour, lack of desire.
Exactly. It was none of that normal Russell Martin stuff. It was just really appalling tactics, whatever. You know. It was just awful.
He changed the formation. He went with a back four instead of a back five, which is somewhat showing for front of us. We went with a back four instead of a back five today.
Yeah. I know. It changes every week, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like there's any consistency with it. And today's also the first day where it really felt like the atmosphere around the stadium, people were starting to turn on him now. And you know, there's not been loads of booing so far. There's not been any Russell Martin get out of our club, but there was all that today. There was banners.
There's all of that.
And it feels like now is the time. If you've got to do it,
time is up. Yeah, time is up. For me, time is up. He has to go. Who comes in now?
Oh, I mean, that's $1 million question, isn't it? Because I think if you'd have sacked him at the end after the Bournemouth game, there was so many options then.
Wolves have sacked their manager today.
They've sacked their manager today. There's lots of managers will want a Premier League job, won't they? But I'm not saying there'll be no one, because I think there will be people who want to come and have this job. But it's got to be, you know, with next season in mind more than anything else, isn't it? So I don't know.
Russell Martin took a lot of flack, but the players today I thought were really, really poor. I thought they down tools on him first half. I'm not going to start naming out players, but I thought they down tools on him.
Yeah, it didn't feel like there was any fight first half.
Yeah.
The fight was gone, and that's so gutting, because you want it so badly, and that didn't feel like it was reflected as much on the pitch today.
I mean, I'll call out a name. I thought Kyle Walker-Peters was pretty appalling today.
Yeah, down tools.
He really, really did. I don't like to to do that. He's played really well for us over the last few years, but he's a senior player. He shouldn't really be taking that.
Players running off players and all sorts, wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. It was really bad. I thought, I felt sorry for Ryan Manning getting substituted because I thought he kept going. He was pretty good in the first half, and he's not had a bad season either, Martin, has he? So, he's been in a pretty appalling season. He's actually surprised me. So. And Tyler Diblin, of course, as we always seem to say, he looked strong on the ball today. But you can't win. You can't do well with just two players.
I don't know what to say about that. All as I can say is that being 5-0 down at half time, the game was gone within the first 13 minutes being 3 down. But I just think the second half showed that really how good the fans are. Because so many
credit to these fans.
And it was a really good laugh in the second half, singing all the old songs, but the arrogance of the man when we are sarcastically singing "Russell, give us a wave," and the idiot turns around and waves at us.
I did see that.
He is so fucking arrogant. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Look, that's it now. If he don't go now, then there's no hope.
People will vote with their feet.
They've got to.
You've watched Southampton Football Club a long time.
I have.
Have you seen anything quite as bad as tonight? We had the 9-0 defeat here against Leicester, but it's up there, isn't it?
I don't even think that. I don't think the Leicester game, as stupid as it sounds, was as bad as tonight. Really, I can only hope that Suleimani was injured. I hope that's the reason why he went off, and that wasn't a tactical substitution. Because we know the bloke's lost the plot anyway. But you can't help but walk out of there feeling some pride for the club, some pride for the fans really. Because where I sit, we had such a good laugh in the second half. We really did.
The fans were magnificent. They're just unbelievable here. They had to put up with that in the first half was awful. But the players, there's a few of them not really fit to wear the shirt, in my opinion. I thought a few of them really down tools tonight.
Yeah,
surprised me.
I thought the tactics in the first half are ridiculous because Son was on his own all the time, and Walker-Peters didn't look massively interested.
No, he wasn't interested at all, in my opinion. I thought he was awful.
That to me tonight was a team that aren't playing for the manager anymore. And that from the second we kicked off, I thought they're not here for him anymore. And the end of the game was really strange because all the players stayed on the pitch. He legged it down the tunnel.
Yeah, he was down the tunnel when the fifth goal went in, just before half time. My dad said he's already down the tunnel. At 4-0, he was down the tunnel.
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah. He don't want to be there, mate. I think he knows how toxic it is now, so it's done for him now.
What happens now? Who comes in?
I'd just love to see Graham Potter, but really I don't care anymore as long as it's not him.
Yeah.
If he's still here on Wednesday night,
yeah.
I think they need to get rid of him. Just put Lallana in charge on Wednesday night, give him a game, and then try and get somebody in for Sunday and start again. We've got a really busy period coming up over Christmas, loads and loads of games. We've got to get some points.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for the new guy coming in because he's got an absolute shit show to try and sort out.
Yeah.
But all as we can do is do what we did tonight and make loads of noise, even though most of it was derogatory towards Martin. But he lost the fans after the Villa game when he had a dig at the fans, when all he had to say was thanks for making your way through this storm.
Yeah.
Don't dig at us, because once you lose us, you lose everything.
Right, as the matchday vlog comes to an end, we just had confirmation. Russell Martin has been sacked as a Southampton manager.
I think that's the right news that we wanted to hear. I'm glad that they didn't wait until the morning. They gave the fans what they wanted straight after the game. They've sacked him. I think it's a lot better.
First time he's been sacked in his managerial career, and there's no surprises there.
No, not really. I mean, I will say it's a surprise. It's the first time he's been sacked. I mean, we did really well last season. We managed to get ourselves up, but we still conceded 63 goals last season.
Too many, wasn't it?
Way too many. So we know defensively we've had a massive issue, and we've come in the Prem, and we've been absolutely battered.
Yeah, there's big cheers in the queue that we're waiting for a ferry, and the cheers that they're just finding out the manager's been sacked. This is breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've just got to get behind our club now and do everything we can to try and stay up, because we were in the Premier League for 10 years before. I feel like we're a Premier League standard club, and we just need to try and get back to that standard as much as possible.
What do you think they do now, the football club? They've obviously, who's taking charge? They said who's taking charge.
Under 21.
The under 21 manager's taking charge. I've not read the whole statement as of yet. Simon Rusk, is it taking over?
Rusk, yeah.
Simon Rusk taking over whilst they find a replacement. They must have somebody lined up, surely.
I would hope so, but as we've seen in the past, they've not been very good with managerial appointments. We had Nathan Jones, and then we panicked and kept Ruben Sellers for a while. So I really hope that they have a plan in place and that they've got someone. I mean, there aren't a lot of top quality managers out there at the moment that we could go after, or I think we could attract.
Who's your number one choice?
I mean, number one choice would be Graham Potter, but we're never going to get him. We're 9 points adrift. I mean, that is quite a lot when you're in a battle. I wouldn't mind David Moyes. I think we need to sharpen up, and I think
it's a mess at the
he's a proven Premier League manager. I mean, there's nothing you can deny about that. So I think he would be my option at the moment. But then again, could we attract him?
Yeah, be very, very interesting to see. Humiliating tonight, wasn't it? Is it one of the worst performances you've seen as a Southampton fan? I mean, that capitulation. I mean, within a minute they'd scored. And don't get me wrong, they have a lot of quality on the ball, and they possess some blistering fast players, and who can turn you and do great things. But the capitulations, the amount of times I saw Harwood Bellis out of position, it is just ridiculous tonight. Yeah, he had a tough night. Kyle Walker-Peters, is a tough night for him as well. I don't think I've ever seen him play that bad. No, I thought Manning has been our best player the last 4 games. I might get a bit of slate for that, but I think he's been fairly consistent. Been good. I think he's been good, yeah, I agree. But I'm just really, really happy. I was going to come on here really angry because our manager's not been sacked yet, but we've just had the news that they've taken the decision straight away to sack him, which I think's the right one. Don't let us wait till the morning. Us fans have, travelled to go to the game on at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night, which is ridiculous personally anyway. And we've got the news we wanted. He's now been sacked, and that's the best thing we can ask for. Yeah, Russell Martin sacked as we come to the end of our show today. Harrison, thank you, mate.